Number 1, you have to find the average. Okay, so you've got 4 pupils and how long it took them to do a obstacle race. So you've got someone took 24 seconds, 25 seconds, 27 and 28. Okay, so what you got to do is add them all together and divide by how many you've added. So break up your addition sum so you're not more likely to make a mistake. So I would add these two together first of all, okay, which gives you 49. Add on your 27, gives you 76, and then add on the 28. Okay, that gives you your total of 104. You've added 4 numbers, so your last step is to divide 104 by 4. Okay, so 10 divided by 4 is 2, carry over 2, 24 divided by 4 is 6, so that gives you 26 seconds as your average. Question number 2, you have to think about how many glasses that hold 1/4 of a litre you can fill out of this container that has 4 2/3 litres. Okay, so first thing I would do is deal with your whole number. Okay, so 4 whole litres. So you know that there are 4 quarters in one whole. So if you have 4 whole litres, that's going to be 16 quarters. Okay, you're timesing your 4 by 4. So 16 quarters. Okay, and that's going to be 16 glasses. So you're now left with this 2/3. Okay, so have a think about 2/3 and how many quarters are in 2/3. So some of you might know that just by looking at it. If not, what you can do is you can think about 1/4 and think about 2/3 and how you could change them both to have the same denominator. Then it makes it much easier to work out. Okay, so you could change this into 12ths and you could also change this into 12ths. So 3 times 4 is 12, 2 times 4 is 8. So what you've got there is you've got 8 twelfths. So 2/3 is exactly the same as 8 twelfths. What you do to 4 to change it to 12 is multiply by 3. Do the same thing to your numerator. Okay, so that means that 1/4 is the same as 3 twelfths. So if I have 8 twelfths, out of that I can actually get 2 quarters, because 2 quarters would be 6 twelfths. Okay, so that would give me another 2 glasses. So I have 16 glasses, add on another 2 glasses is going to mean I can fill 18 glasses altogether. Okay, you're going to have a little bit left over because if you're using the 6 twelfths, you're going to have 2 twelfths left over, but 1/4 is 3 twelfths, so it's not enough to fill another glass. So in question number 4, if you did your maths work a few weeks ago and you worked on all the different questions, hopefully you know how to do these questions now. So you've got angle B and angle A, and you want to know how much greater B is than A. So you need to work out what A is and what B is first of all, and then find the difference between the two. Okay, so maths learning, you need to know this fact. In a triangle, the angles add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so your first step, add together the angles you already know. Okay, the 2 angles you've been given. So 9 plus 4 is 13, 6 plus 5 plus 1 is 6, plus another 6, okay, gives you 12, so 123. Okay, take that away from 180. Okay, you might be able to use counting on and do that in your head. If not, use your formal method. Okay, that leaves you with 57. So angle A is 57 degrees. Okay, I'll just write that up here. Okay, here you need to recognise these two are 90 degrees. Okay, angles in a quadrilateral add up to 360 degrees. So 90 plus 90 is 180. Okay, add on the 74. Add on 74 to 180. Okay, gives you 254. You need to take that away from 360 to find the size of the missing angle. Okay, again, some of you will be happy to do that in your head. If not, I'll just show you how you use your formal method. Okay, so that leaves you with 106 degrees for angle B. Okay, so you're still not finished. The question's asking you then what's the difference between the two? How much larger is B than A? So what we need to do is take angle B, okay, and take away the size of angle A. Again, you might be able to do that in your head. Okay, if not, you can use your formal method. And that gives you an answer. of 49 degrees. Okay, so a lot of work to get that question correct, but it's quite straightforward, addition, subtraction, and you need to know your facts for that question. So in question number 5, you've got 4 numbers, 3 are decimals and 1 is a fraction. Okay, so the first thing you want to do here is change the fraction into a decimal. So 3/5, you should know this off by heart, it's part of your maths learning. 3/5 is exactly the same as 0.6. Okay, the next thing I would do here, just to help you work it out, okay, is make all of the decimal numbers have the same number of digits after the decimal point. So this one's got 3, so just pop 2 zeros on here and pop 2 zeros on here. Okay, now it's very straightforward to see what order the numbers come in. Remember, when you change them to help you with the question, they have to be in the original form when you put them in the answer. Okay, so you don't write in your answer 0.700, it's just to help you to work it out. So smallest to largest, 0.52 comes first, then 0.567, okay, then 0.6, which is actually 3/5, and then your 0.7. Think about question number 6, okay, you've got 8/10, okay, 40 tens, okay, is actually 400, so 40 tens is 400, and 300s, okay, so add those all together, you get 700.8, okay, now that's not your answer, because then what happens is Peter divides that by 10, okay, so every digit moves one place, okay, to the right because it's getting smaller. So your 8 goes there, your 0 moves there, your decimal point doesn't move, your 0 and your 7. So your answer is 70.08. Okay, so for question 7, you've got to work out the cost of 30 centimetres when you know the price of 1 metre. Okay, so you need to know the connection between centimetres and metres. 30 centimetres is 3/10 of a metre. Okay, so what you need to work out then is 3/10 of 290. Okay, so fractions and numbers, we're going to divide by 10 first of all. Okay, so £2.90 divided by 10 is going to give us 29p, okay, or 0.29. So divide by the denominator, multiply your answer by the numerator. So you're going to do 29 times 3. Okay, so 9 3s are 27. 2 3s are 6, plus 2 gives you 8, decimal point doesn't move, 0 times 3 is 0, okay, so your answer is 0.87, which is 87p. Question 8, we've got a compound shape, okay, so you're working on these this week, we're going to be looking at finding the length of the missing sides next week, so this is a wee bit of an introduction to it for you. So first thing you need to look at on this shape is that you have got to work out 2 missing measurements, okay, because the perimeter is the distance the whole way around the outside and you don't have all the measurements at the minute. Okay, so we'll start with this one. What you've always got to do is look down or look up or look across. So if you look down here, okay, this line, okay, from here to here, okay, and then we're thinking about this line from here to here. So if you were to continue that little line across there, okay, that's going to make a line that is the same length as this one. Okay, so this has just been cut here. So the whole thing is 9.3. You can see from here that that bit is 4.5. So if we want to find the size of the missing measurement, okay, what we're going to do is take the length of the full line, which is 9.3. Okay, we're going to take away the length of the bit that we know here, and that should give us the length of the missing measurement. Okay, so 3 take away 5 you can't do, so we're going to go to your units, leave you with 8 units. Okay, carry 1 unit over. 13 take away 5 is 8. Decimal point doesn't move, 8 take away 4 is 4. Okay, so your first missing measurement is 4.8 centimetres. If you want to check that's correct, look at this one and look at this one and add them together and it should make the total of that line. Okay, so let's have a look at this missing measurement. Okay, this time we're going to look across to help us with our answer. Okay, so if we were to draw that line on down to there, is going to be the same length as this line. It's just been split into two, okay? 1 and 2. So the line altogether from here to here is 4.4. Okay, this bit's 3.2, so we're going to do the same thing again. 4.4, take away 3.2. Okay, 4 take away 2 is 2, decimal point doesn't move. 4 take away 3 is 1. So that means this missing measurement is 1.2 centimetres. Okay, so your last step then is to find the actual perimeter. So your last step for this question then is to work out the perimeter. So add together the length of all the sides. Okay, it doesn't matter what order you add them in, just as long as you make sure you add every side. Okay, so I'm going to start off with 4.8 and 1.2. 4 plus 1 is 5, and then 0.8 plus 0.2 gives you another 1, so that gives you 6. Okay, so 6 plus 4.4 gives you 10.4. Okay, add on the 9.3. You'll notice that as I add them, I'm scoring them out, and I'll show you at the end why that's important. Okay, that gives you 19.7. Then add the 4.5. Okay, don't forget your decimal point. 24.2. And then your last one to add is 3.2. Okay, that gives you a total of 27.4. So your perimeter is 27.4 centimetres. Okay, a wee trick to help you to check your answer is to take a different colour pen and to draw around the shape. Okay, as you go along every line, just check that the measurement's scored out to know that you've added it. Okay, so check that one, check that one, check that one, check that one, and check that one. The most common mistake is to forget to add one of the sides on.